They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. To the air, Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Allen. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
10-yard line, partner. I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Now Allen. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
It's a pickup.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 31, Tannehill. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Bills' 13-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Tannehill. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
20-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jerseys we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Joe Mixon, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Mixon going to try and throw on third down. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
And the Bills first down.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
The tackle made at the
a nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida, and able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
First down, Buffalo.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
2 yards, good enough for a first. It's Mixon on the counter. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Gain of 12. And the Bills first down.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And this is caught at the 8. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Like a hide on the coverage.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Tannehill. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On first down, Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
That's the end of the
A gain of 3, second down.
Bills 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Play action. Now it's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
A gain of 14.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down. They'll run on first down. Mixon. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Bills on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Allen. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Bass is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can...
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 84 yards. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. So that's going to be a nice one for the passing stats, so that's how it will go down in the stat sheet. But the success of that play, no doubt, all thanks to the talents of the wideout.
Oh, he was definitely the recipient of good blocking as well, especially at the line of scrimmage. And once he got around the corner, you got the sense that no one was going to get it. Really nice ball handling, too, in order to get it to him.
5-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
At the line of scrimmage.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down, Bills.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They run the counter. Mixon. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
On the carry.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Escaping the pressure. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Titan football.
30-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
On the coverage.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tannehill throwing again. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Running from the gun with Henry. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 34. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
On the deep ball. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Tannehill. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Got one. Hey. Took left.
On 2nd and 12, Tannehill. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Tannehill.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Titans first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
10 at the 49-yard line.
Henry. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 33. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a first down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Brian Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
5-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On the jet sweep, here's Westbrook. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Ball carried by the wide
Well,
receiver.
we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains. That was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Allen off the play fake. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
39-yard line. It's a gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
10.
The Bills on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Mixon. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And his kick is right through.
That ties the game at 17.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
They'll run here with Mixon. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Again, it's Mixon. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 31. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Mixon. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On a jet sweep, here's Westbrook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
And it's 3rd down.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that one off the mark, a little late with the throw.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 31, Tannehill. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
The 48-yard line.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. That catch good for only a couple.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
His throw incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
56. 56.
They snap it to Tannehill. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right at midfield. They'll run on first down. Mixon, and he's going to get this one down to the 45.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 45-yard line.
Once again, they run with Mixon. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
He may try and run for this. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll return it from the 6, and he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over first and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
And there's a sack by Jerry Hughes, and I wonder how many times it goes through his head that in his youth, he was playing offense and trying to avoid the fate that he's putting on quarterbacks play in and play out. He's a guy who knows how to get to the quarterback with speed and with power.
Now it's Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Deep ball. It's fourth down.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
56 to Mark, boy. 56. Right.
Now Tannehill. And he comes back with one complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So they had to take the shot there. Obviously, that was pretty much it, their last chance.
No other play for them, right? I mean, there's no other choice. It's not like you can have some strategy move, right? Punt it away and hope you... No, that's what they had to do. Right now, that offensive unit, they're pretty discouraged on the sidelines. They're going to feel like they let the team down in that situation, but they were in a tough spot to begin with.
And with no timeouts now, they just need a miracle.
Yeah, an absolute miracle. If the team has the ball, just find a way to run out the clock, take care of the ball, and go home and win it.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were